Here's the Caapi that I trimmed back, and the new growth is starting to come through. For this video, it isn't so much a trip report as it is sharing that the roots did slightly activate the other compound. I took the approximately 150 milligrams of the powder that was refined and defatted, and around 15 minutes later, I took around 12 to 15 milligrams of the other compound in a salt form, so it's maybe around 10 milligrams per base. And with that amount, the effects are noticeable enough. I didn't want to take a higher dose since I'm not really sure how the compound from the roots would affect it or not. So there was a noticeable euphoria which comes from the other compound when it's activated, but that was pretty much it. There was not any other noticeable effect, and I would want to double the roots that I used. I used approximately 10 grams dry. That's just an estimate, and I got around 1.5% yield of whichever harmala is in the roots. So I would use 20 milligrams or 20 grams of the roots rather than just 10. And while I'm just sharing my personal experiments, another experiment that I did a while back was I tested an estimated 40 milligrams of the extract that I got from the stem bark of the ceibo plant, and I took around the 40 milligrams, which was pretty high if it was 5 mil, which was expected. And even for the more common DMT, that would have been quite high. But fortunately, it was not either of those two. And I took it with a full MAOI dosage of around 200 milligrams of harmalas, and the most effect that I got was a slight euphoria. There was after pretty late in the expected duration, there was a euphoria, there was some color sharpness, and there was some very slight tryptamine effects, but it wasn't what was expected. So, at least for the ceibo, the stem bark should just be used for bronchodilation and coughing and the traditional usage of it. There was no really useful psychedelic or psychonaut interest in that. And the 40 grams that I got originally was from around 200 grams of the stem bark, so it's fairly low yielding as well.